Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. I'm Nick with Apollo Optics, and today we're back in the garage with the Shelby GT500. On our previous video, you saw that we made a bunch of lighting upgrades to this car. We swapped out all the OEM incandescent bulbs and halogen bulbs for LED upgrades. Up front, we did the Diode Dynamics switchbacks and the side marker lights. In the back here, we did the LED side markers. We also did the reverse light bulb. And then on the inside, we did a full LED upgrade with map lights, mirror lights, dome lights, all of it. So today we're back here because we're gonna upgrade these taillights. We have the OEM red tails on our Shelby GT500 right now, and we're gonna swap those out with the new upgraded lights from Form Lighting. We opted to go with the smoked version. And since we're gonna do smoked tails, these red side markers are gonna look a little bit out of place. So we're gonna also upgrade the side markers to the Diode Dynamics smoked version. On this video, we're gonna show you a little bit about the unboxing and what these parts look like, and then we're gonna do a full installation for you. So let's get started. All right, so here's a quick view of all the tools that we're gonna need for this installation. First off, I like to use a little fender cover just to protect the trunk lip while we're moving some things around. You need a 10mm socket to get the taillights out of the car. If your car is equipped with a subwoofer, then you're gonna need the 13mm socket. I love a good electromechanics wrench, so we'll be using that. And then we have a couple trim piece removal tools. We'll use the metal one on the soft carpet inside to pop one of the carpet trim pieces out, and then to remove the plastic pieces from the factory taillight, we're going to use this non-marking piece. So let's get started here. We have a WeatherTech trunk mat in our car, so we're going to go ahead and pull that out. With the WeatherTech trunk mat out of the way, now we're going to take this carpet cover here and we're going to just slide it forward so that it's a little bit out of our way. Next up, we're going to pop out the 3 bolts here on our subwoofer. 1, 2, 3. Now, with the bolts removed, we'll move the subwoofer out of its factory location, pivot it a little bit to the side, and then we're going to remove the connector on the back. Just reach up here, pinch this small tab, pull it out, and it's free. All right, here we are at the back of the car, and we're going to remove these 4 nuts. These are just hand-turn knobs, so we're just going to turn them out of the way and take them out. Now we can remove this trim piece. You're going to pick it up from the top and pull it away from the vehicle, working it slowly all the way around. And then you just slowly and gently lift it out of the way. Now we're going to take off this little push tab right here to gain access to the third nut. Swap out on your wrench for your 10mm and take these 2 studs here off. With those 2 nuts removed, we're going to go and get our 3rd stud now. Pull this away. Now this last one's a little bit hard to see, but it's not this stud right here that holds in this module. It's actually going to be this stud back here. And now we'll go ahead and remove our taillight. Very careful here not to scratch the paint. Right here we've got this grommet. We're going to peel that out by hand, pull the whole connection with it, and we're going to pull the whole unit out just like that. Found it easiest to just work on this in the trunk of the car here. So this is the top trim piece we're going to remove, and you're going to see it's held in here by 1, 2, there's a 3rd plastic clip right here. So we're just going to go ahead and move those. I have a non-marking plastic trim piece right here, remover tool that we're going to use. So you just put that in there, slide it up, and you popped out 1. Pop out, looks like our 2nd one's already loose. And then we'll come in here from the front, slide this in, and just gently pop out number 3. And then this piece has been removed. And for some reason, it looks like we did not get a metal piece in the middle one from Ford, but all of our pieces across here don't have any metal in them. So I guess that we just didn't get one of those in the middle. That's okay, should still work, no problem. And before we do our installation, here's just a quick side-by-side of what the Form Lighting smoked tails look like compared to the OEM red taillights. Now do remember that these Form taillights are available in smoked, as you see here, as well as clear and OEM red. The OEM red is great for those guys that have a 15 to 17 Mustang that want to get that updated look of the C-shaped taillights that were on the 18 and up models. Now let's go ahead, put our trim piece on our smoked taillights and go ahead and get these installed. When doing work like this, I like to leave the plastic on as long as I can. So we're just going to barely peel that back and pop our trim piece in. All right, that's done. Now we're gonna go ahead and move back over here. So you'll start here by routing your plug through the hole and then putting the grommet in behind it. Once the grommet's in place, you need to line up the 3 guide pins on the back of the light, starting with the outside light, and then slowly working it in from the top until you can push it all the way in. Now we're gonna go ahead and plug the light in into the OEM plug in the back and then tighten up these 3 nuts and our light's gonna be installed. All right, here we are now at the back of the car and we're gonna go ahead and get our 3 nuts put back together. Don't forget about that 3rd one. And we'll go ahead and tighten those down with our ratchet. And she's installed. Go ahead and put your black pin right back there. And this side's done. We're gonna go ahead and repeat the exact same steps here on the passenger side. Working around the subwoofer bracket. We'll find our stud back here and our 2 studs here. And if you see right behind this black plate is the gray connector. We're gonna just go ahead and unplug that. Now this is loose, and we'll go ahead and pull this factory taillight out. All right, and now that we have our taillight off here, we're gonna go ahead and pull this factory piece off and transfer it to our form lighting light. Again, only have metal on the outside. I guess they don't put one in the middle. Now we've got our new taillight. We're gonna put the OEM trim piece back into our form taillight, pop it in the slots, push it down. That's it, we're ready to get this thing installed. As I said before, now's a good time, so we went ahead and just wiped this area down. And now we're gonna take our new taillight, start by fishing our cable right here through this hole, and then following it by the new grommet, putting it in its place. All right, now that our cords run through, our grommet is fully secured. We're gonna go ahead and put this in by lining up the plastic guide pins, and then the metal studs will follow. Just like that, she's in place. We're gonna go ahead and tighten our bolts from the inside. Now we're gonna plug our taillight back in, and then we're gonna go ahead and secure the nuts. All right, now it's time for reassembly. Gonna pop our little trim piece back in here, grab our subwoofer, make sure that you plug it back in, then slide it back into place. Don't forget, you're gonna need to swap out to your 13 mil. All right, now we're ready to put our trim panel back in place. We're gonna kind of pick this up and slide that fuel filler neck underneath that carpet, just like that. All right, so we're gonna slide that into place. Now there's these 4 clips over here. We're gonna pop those in to the appropriate spot. Right, just like that. Get this all lined up. And we're just gonna push it into place. Once that's all done, we're gonna go ahead and put our 4 nuts back on. And again, these are all hand turned. All right, so we just showed that it's pretty easy to get these taillights installed, but now with the blacked out, smoked out look that we have on this entire car, these red side markers, although they look super cool and they fit our previous OEM Plus style, we definitely have to have them matching. So to keep with the theme of this car, we're gonna swap out our red rear side markers for the new smoked side markers. All right guys, so here we are at the rear of the car. When you're installing these, you're gonna find the push pin on the forwardmost section. So right now, my hand is right here on the inside. You're gonna push on the tab, it's a little tight, then you're gonna pull it out. Then once you get it out like that, you're gonna slide it forward and you're gonna be able to pull this piece out. Now it is a little bit of a tight fit, but then you're gonna go ahead and push on this tab and unplug it just like that. You're gonna pull in your replacement. Now this one, these are marked from Diode Dynamics right there. You can see it says left hand. So we're gonna go ahead and plug that in. Once you hear the pop, you know it's good. Route your cord in. Get this just where you want it. So we wanna put it in front, let it suck back up into that slot, and then we're gonna finish by pushing on the forwardmost part. Just like that, these are installed. We're gonna go ahead and repeat the same thing on the passenger side. All right guys, we're back here on the passenger side of the car now. We're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna start right here, so that's where my hand is, up here on the side of the bumper. On the front side, we're gonna push the tab in here,
and push this thing a little bit out from the inside. Popped out just like that. So we're going to take this here now and slide it forward towards the front of the car. We're going to get it out of the way. All right, now this is halfway out. We're going to again slide this whole unit forward just enough to get it free of that tab inside there where this loops in. Get our finger in there and unplug it. Again, these are marked, so right here you can see, there it is in the light, you can see it says right hand. We're going to flip the same operation, grab the plug. This one's a little bit less room on this side than versus the driver's side. And just like that, we're done. We completely changed the rear end look of this car with the smoked taillights and the smoked LED side markers. This is a super easy installation. Give yourself anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour to knock this out. Beautiful smoked out lights, and then as soon as you hit the unlock button, you get the clean red light shining and the clean LED strip down here. We have the smoked, clear, and red versions available from Diode Dynamics for the side markers and form lighting for the taillights. We're authorized dealers for both brands here at Apollo Optics. Please reach out to our team if we can answer any questions for you with installation, product questions, fitment questions, anything like that. And of course, please reach out to us if we can do anything for you at all. Thanks again for tuning in, and we'll catch you next time.